Okay, 2018, how to stop caring what other people think, all right? You can tell them to shove it. I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why you need to stop caring what people think. In 2018, that's it. But first, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Number 1. No one cares. No one cares. Excluding family and some friends, like real true friends. And a small percentage, very small percentage of people. How many times you walk into a store, run into someone at a coffee shop, and you know, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long, so good to see you. You or the other person's like, oh my gosh, you look like crap. Like, ugh, I look like crap, don't mind me, don't mind me. And you're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't even thinking that. Like, I'm just happy to see you, whatever. Like, no one's thinking about what shoes you're wearing, or, you know, unless it's like you ran into your ex, I can understand. And then when you're having a conversation, let's say when you're having a debate with someone and it's like intense, this is like so true. 9 times out of 10, the person that you're talking to or having this debate with, when you're talking, they're just sitting there thinking about what they want to say. So they're not even listening. I can go on a whole rant about listening and why it's so important to be a good listener. Because it's super rare. You know what I mean. People care about you, but you know what I mean. Number 2. All the overanalyzing is in your head. It is really great and important to be self-aware. I think that some people lack that. If you have self-awareness, it's great because you're able to look at yourself better, improve yourself, see your flaws, see whether or not, you know, you're not listening to someone or you've said something that you shouldn't have said, and you're aware of what you're doing and your body language and everything. That's important, but you can't take it to a level where it's like you're so consumed with all that in your head that it's just driving you crazy. You're overanalyzing everything. You're self-conscious about everything. It's not healthy. You can't. And like, we're all guilty of all this stuff in a small way, like somehow, but it kind of goes along with the first one. It's like you're thinking all this stuff and you're overanalyzing a conversation you had, or a thing that you said, or if you said something stupid, or if you had weird body language, or if you were awkward. And it's like, okay, that person might for a second think about it, but then like 10 minutes later goes by and the next thing happens. Like, no one is sitting there thinking about it but you. You have to understand that you're the only one self-analyzing like the situation like over and over and over and over again, and like people just don't dwell on these things. Some people do, and that's who I'm talking to. I mean, I've done this so many times. It's like, oh God, why did I say that? Why did I act like that? Like, I'm so awkward. Why? You know, I made that mistake, or oh my gosh, that situation, that circumstance, like, oh, I look like crap, or like we just overanalyze it and go over and over in our heads, and it's like, that person or those people don't care. Get over it. Like, that's what you have to say to yourself. Get over yourself. Get over it. These bangs are driving me insane. Please. My hair needs to be a little dirtier. All right, number 3. Everyone has an opinion. Literally, everyone has an opinion. And 100% of them think it's a valid opinion. If 100% of people have an opinion, then 100% of the time, there is no certainty. There's no security in that. There's no certainty in anything. Everyone is different. So why would you care what people think? Seriously, everyone has their own opinion. Like, why should you care about all these opinions? You're your own person. You formulate your opinion. You formulate what your decision's gonna be. Granted, unless you're asking for advice for someone that is a genuine person that you would truly look up to, or know that your best interest is in heart, and you just desperately need that. Otherwise, who cares what anyone thinks or what anyone has to say? You were created to formulate your own thoughts, your own ideas, and your own creativity. You have your own heart, your own soul, your own mind. So you have the ability to stand on your own and to be confident in what you're doing. Bottom line, 5. And I know she'll be the death of me, at least you have one life. Your life. Well, on Earth. But wow, like, we have one life to live, and it's a certain amount of time. You know, we are not granted tomorrow. Think about that. We have this one life. Let's live it to the fullest. And how can we do that? How can we do that? If we're caring about everything else and everyone's opinion, everyone's, you know, like, it's impossible. Not everyone is gonna like you, not everyone is gonna understand you, and not everyone is gonna support you, including family members or friends, you know? It's just unrealistic. This is life. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. But, you know, as humans and people, we have insecurities, and we want to be liked, and we want to be loved. Like, it's normal, it's natural. But you can't let that hold you down. You can't let that, like, define you. You know what I mean? I mean, as a Christian and as a believer, I get my security through my faith in God and His love, you know? That's not what I'm gonna throw at you. I'm just saying, for me personally, like, but we can't get all this, we cannot get all of that security and base our life decisions off of everyone else. It's just not healthy. It's not good. You have to formulate your own opinion, your own thoughts, your own plans, and go with it. Like, just be confident. And you'll see how much further you get by doing that. Don't stop living, and don't stop because it's a risk and people are telling you not to do it. That's all I want to say to you, is just do what you want to do. Do you, boo. Shameless Maya, shout out to you. And live your life to the fullest. Lastly, take shame and fear out of the equation. If we took shame and fear out of the equation, our lives would be like, woo! Think of yourself as a child. We didn't have fear of things. I mean, obviously, as time went on, you got scared of the dark and different stuff like that. But we, for the most part, don't start off in fear. We don't start off with shame. We are living our lives as a little child, playing and having creativity. We were so much more creative as a child, and we didn't have all the distractions, and we didn't care about what everyone thought. Except for me, because I was a strange kid, and I was super self-aware and super, like, self-conscious, and I would be scared and hide behind my mom and didn't want to talk to anyone. You know, besides me. For the most part, we were just, like, living our lives as children. We spoke our mind, you know what I mean? And I know I was so creative. My imagination was just, like, crazy. And I miss tapping into that because of, you know, there's just too much going on in life. But besides, like, just if you take fear out of the equation and you don't care what people think, you know, or shame of something you did or something that you did the other day and you're like, oh, like, okay, get over it. I'm not saying to be a free-for-all, because if some people who are very successful just are shameless, period, and fearless, and they go crazy. They go crazy and they do wild things, and like their life just spirals like into chaos. I'm not saying to take ownership of what you did and take responsibility and be mature and fix your, you know, things that you did wrong. But once you've taken care of it and, you know, you're moving forward, don't hold on to that shame. It's draining to you and to other people, because if you are holding on to that, you're negative. And you talking about it to other people, it's like, okay, get over it. No one's thinking about it. And then they're going to make them think about it. And then it's going to be a cycle. It's like, okay, move past it. Own who you are. No shame, no fear. I don't care what you think. And it's just so freeing. It is so freeing. I have to apply this to my life as well. Believe me, we all have to, I think, apply this in our lives and go into 2018 so strong and confident in not that we are perfect, but that our future is going to be bright and we are working towards that. And we are not going to care about everyone else. Care about people, but not what they're thinking. You know what I mean? Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I have so many videos on different like lifestyle, spiritual wellness, and relationships, all things women. Check it out. I will link other videos below that I think kind of correlate with this that you would like. Happy New Year. Ciao.